Okay, for our last video in the playlist for this skills practice, let's review how to add a new spot color. Again, let's duplicate our background and check out our channels panel. So first thing you should notice that if you opened an image that you downloaded from our sample platform, it most likely will be in RGB. So you'll simply come up to your options bar and go into your image and mode and change that to CMYK. And it's going to flatten and take away my layer that I duplicated already, but I'll live and we'll just redo that. So when you come in here, you can check the visibility of how all four colors are set to print. So far here's your black, possibly not what you would expect. Do that and see how yellow looks pretty heavy there. Let's click on magenta, heavy in spots but maybe not the heaviest, and cyan, and pretty grayed out. So I don't know, just judging by that I might look at the yellow option and see that that might print the heaviest. So that's just reviewing our channels panel. So let's go out here into this flyout menu and we're going to go and click on a new spot channel. But before we do, let's make a selection on what we want to add a spot channel to. Now I can simply just come in here and make a rectangle selection and go to the flyout menu, in channels of course, and go to new spot channel and just make a crazy orange square and choose from any of these colors and make a green square. I don't think that's much of practicing though, so let's get rid of that rectangle. Let's go back into select and color range. Let's more appropriate use our eyedropper to choose a color that we might want to enhance with, let's say, green. I'm not going to choose yellow here. Let's click on these greens. Maybe let's add to the selection, make our green selection a little bigger just so we can enhance them a little bit. And press OK, and here's our new selection. So let's now try to go into our flyout menu and add a new spot channel for the green. Now I don't want it to be red of course, but I do want to pick a Pantone solid color. We're not going to just print that green from the four colors we saw earlier, the cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, but we're going to add a little kicker to it, and we're going to maybe choose something that looks similar to the color we're on, and if not similar, something that may enhance it a little bit. So if I come in and choose these dark ones based on our selection, you can see that you're missing a little bit in the highlights here, so let's choose a lighter color. Let's see how that works for us. Now you can change the opacity, or solidity as we're calling it in the spot channel, to 100, and then it looks awfully silly. It might look silly still at 50, but maybe if you have a different image, you can see what works for you. Let's go lower than we started, 10%, 15, 20. I feel like when we chose the color on 20, it was working very well. Still very overly saturated, but logically that's what you're going to choose a Pantone color for. If you have a 4-color process photograph image that isn't such as a graphic, you'll probably be making selections similar to that and adding a color that matches. If we turn off all these layers, we're left with the Pantone green here. So it doesn't matter that this doesn't look green at the very moment, because this ink will be mixed to match that formula and it will be exactly green. You can see here when you add it to the black channel, add it to the yellow channel, which is where I think it's working the best, and the cyan channel. I think that was a smart selection. So when you're thinking about doing your skills practice and adding a new spot channel, make sure you're making a selection with either the color range or a quick selection tool or the magic wand. Try not to just make a block shape either overall on your entire image or just in the middle of the image just to do it. Practice and see how it works and enhances your image in a proper way. Go ahead, practice, and I think that's all we have for this video.